Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'm going to be trying out a build that, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't seem like my thing. It's how it usually goes when a non-misfit drops a build for me to try out, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. The worst thing that can happen is I die. You know, what's been happening to me in a number of my runs lately. Admittedly, a little out of practice, or maybe I'm just at a little bit of a plateau, but who knows, maybe this will help get me back in the game. So first things first, let's quick do our soundtrack generation. RNG wants me to listen to smooth jazz tracks today, and you know what? I'm okay with that. So let's go quick take care of that. Alright, so the build in question. So we're on the right robe. But, alright, so we're gonna go Spice Rack. As far as the actual build, we're going with that. This is the part that has me going, what the fuck? Just as a reminder, that's what Permafrost Bulwark does. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's the kind of the reason why I've been ignoring this build, because I don't just kind of find Permafrost Bulwark to be mildly uncomfortable to use. I actively hate Permafrost Bulwark. I hate the idea that in order to use it, I have to essentially stand completely still and be a sitting duck for the enemies. Like, keep in mind the sort of play that I work with. Now, understand that my playstyle is... Yeah, also the defense that you get from Permafrost Bulwark doesn't last very long, and the enemies are just going to sit there and just wait for you to unfreeze. Like, they're not actually smart enough to be like, okay, let's wait to attack until this goes off. But they are going to... But they are going to just continue to lay pressure until until your shield goes away. As you can tell from that last move, Permafrost Bulwark is absolutely the wrong choice there. Like, I understand people wanting to use something different, and I'm all for it. But this is such a... It's such an awful way to play a defensive ability. Like, any good defensive ability should allow you to guard or dodge enemy attacks while still keeping you the ability to get things done. As far as being able to use Permafrost Bulwark offensively, that would involve something that draws the enemy in, which, yes, Astral Dissonance does that. But then it also involves... There are things here that I like, but I also want to wait until wait until I've seen what else is available. Hold on, now there's something I'm just gonna go pick up. There we go. I'd say that's definitely spicy. As I was saying, in order to use Permafrost Bulwark offensively, you need to use an Arcana that draws enemies into you, and then use the Bulwark while it's still going. Basically, while that Arcana is still going off. Now, assuming that I survive the boss room, which there's a chance that I won't. Now let's come over here, grab this. Yeah, this was probably a bad run to try to pick up while I'm kind of admittedly not playing so well. Like, I'm definitely in a bit of a funk when it comes to this game. Like, if you haven't seen, I've lost in the last couple of runs that I played. And in order to get my groove back, this is probably not the right run to be playing. But here we are, so let's make the best of things. Yeah, even the ice explosion just doesn't have enough range to really be super useful. Alright, so what happens when you upgrade this? Honestly, don't know how I feel about that. Like, neither one of these are awesome upgrades. Like, I'm not much of a fan of Ignition Rush. And obviously, you know how I feel about Permafrost Bulwark. So, yeah. Definitely not the smartest run to try to get my groove back with, but you know, we're here now, we may as well just keep going. Well, you know what we have to do now. Excellent. Also, I just realized that... What the hell? Okay, probably my fault for just assuming that that my cooldown was up, but still. Let's go ahead and I mean, that sounds rude when I say it like that, but go ahead and adopt our little fairy friend here. But I also just noticed that even though Astral Dissonance does draw enemies in and puts them within range of the Bulwark, it doesn't do so without pushing them away at the end, which kind of throws off the combo. Okay, I'm probably better off not spending money or what little health I have to upgrade that. I am hoping that this makes Permafrost Bulwark more usable. That's interesting and all. Okay, the ice traps around it must be new, and that actually does make the Permafrost Bulwark more interesting. Now, as said, that seems like it's somewhat new because that didn't used to exist. Like, Permafrost Bulwark pretty much was a you see what you get sort of thing. Oh, nice. So that's that neat little upgrade. So that neat little upgrade actually gives it some usability. I think the devs realize that with the way the enemies are in this game and with how aggressive they can be, the Permafrost Bulwark, like as it was, just wasn't really enough. Now granted, those little ice traps don't do much, but they give the move just a little bit of extra range to help it stand out a bit. Yeah, I don't want either of those. So I might want Fractal Flare. But that's going to depend on what else is available throughout the floor. Alright, Permafrost Bulwark actually getting work done. That's amazing to me. And Snowflake Chakrams is an interesting choice, but it might not be lasting too long. It depends on what's around, because I would very much like to get either another Wind or a Fire Arcana to put in that spot. I mean, for right now, Snowflake Chakras. Yes, align your chakras with all the snowflakes. If it sounds cold, it means that you're not one with your inner self. I'd say between this and Engulfing Fissure, I think the devs have learned that those sort of like trap-like abilities need a little something extra to get them to work. Which is odd that they actually increase the effect of Engulfing Fissure and Permafrost Bulwark, but then decreased the active duration of Arc Sphere. Feels really odd to me. I might grab Lotus Froststone. Oh, hello, sir. Might just call it good there. I've been kind of toying around with Double Trouble for a bit now, but it's been getting me killed, as it usually does. So maybe the solution there is stop toying around with the thing that gets you killed. So I think I'm going to take my own advice and stop messing around with things that get me killed. Which is, honestly, good advice in real life. Don't mess around with things that get you killed. If you own firearms, make sure that they're kept in a safe place and the safety on. Don't mess with things that get you killed. Do you enjoy extreme sports? Make sure you're wearing your safety equipment and don't do anything too incredibly stupid. Don't mess with things that get you killed. There was going to be a third part of that, but I can't really figure out the best way to get the joke off. Mostly because I don't know anything about, like, say, black tar heroin. Know nothing about it. And it's probably best to keep it that way. But again, don't mess with things that get you killed. Of course, that's what I get for trying to use Permafrost Bulwark aggressively. Like, real honestly, I should just get Permafrost Bulwark out of here. Because in the grand scheme of things, does it hold you still for that long? Not really. But in a game like this, where the action is fast-paced and there tends to be a good number of enemies on screen that want to come out and challenge you at once, is that a long time? Yes. Yes, it is. Smooth. Good job, me. Definitely grab that. A little extra armor will help. I see Nocturne down there. Alright, well, I don't want to get rid of Fractal Flare. I mean, I don't know what other people feel about Fractal Flare, but I really like it. And I am doing my best to try to understand... Ooh, Singing Bowl. I love it. Goes really nice with an Assassin's Blade, so that's pretty high up on the list. Like, so, as much as I'm just kind of downplaying Permafrost Bulwark, I am trying to understand the best case uses for it, but on the other hand, I'm also having a hard time kind of getting this one to work the way I want it to. Which, yeah, this is one of those things that's not very versatile, and that's probably my issue. Is that I'm trying to get something to work that isn't exactly what one would call a versatile use arcana. I mean, but you've seen the way that I play. You know that there are two things that I like very much, which is versatile arcana and range. Permafrost Bulwark just has neither of those things. I mean, it's hard to think of any other arcana that's any more anti-me. But I also want to use builds that are different from what I normally use, so as much as I complain, I also need to understand that this is part of keeping an open mind, doing things that I don't normally do. Lame. Alright, that was obvious overkill. Yeah, no, admittedly, this build is a little stressful. I'm also not 100% sure why you would go with the Venture row when, for what you're going for, Rule would work just fine and give you a little bit more... That's what I'm looking for. Pardon me. Sorry, I just went completely blank. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, well, let me grab that. And let me grab that. At this point, the spice rack is a little iffy. So how do I reconcile this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that up, and we're going to do that. That seems like the fairest way to get things to work. How are you still alive? There, go away. And then, as I said, singing bowl is definitely a must. Okay, we're gonna have to play it careful on this one. Ah, crap. Motherfucker. Well, apparently I am still not out of my funk. So at this point, I'm not sure if the problem is just strictly me, or if there, or if it's more so on what I'm trying to use. But yeah, something is clearly not right with me right now. I cannot play this game to save my life. So take that for what it's worth. I will try again later, but for right now, thank you very much for watching. It seems like everyone, even my own builds, are getting me killed. So again, we'll come back later and give it another shot, but thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoy the content that I create. If so, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I hope that I can dig myself out of this little nightmare that I'm running soon, and, well, we'll just see what happens. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.